It's very easy to link up ridiculous rides online. It's not until you're about halfway through riding something like this you realise what an undertaking it is. There are so many iconic climbs from the tour and things like that, that it's easy to kind of dream about those. And to think that you can't have a ride that would rival the kind of ride you would get in the Alps or somewhere like that, but you can. I got the idea for this from the 100 Climbs books, and each of these climbs is a fantastic climb in its own right. They're usually quite steep, some of them are quite long, but they're all a challenge, each one of them. It started out as a ride out to visit a climb that I'd never done before, and I realised this is quite close to a bunch of other climbs, so I thought, well, while I'm there I might as well link these climbs up, and I kind of just kept going. When I kind of put it all together, I realised that it was longer than this year's longest stage in the Tour de France, and it has more climbing than this year's most mountainous stage. It wasn't really actually until I'd completed it that I realised quite what a crazy ride it was. So I left home at about 5 o'clock in the morning, and the first climb of the day is Stenning Bostel, and already halfway up that climb I was seriously doubting my ability. You're just left with your thoughts, and sometimes you're thinking about how you can get up this climb, or sometimes you're not thinking anything, at all. And I kind of quite like that. The first Surrey climb is Barhatch. The motorists, I guess, are quite used to it, so you know, they give you a lot of room. They can see that you're struggling, so I think they've got a bit of sympathy. I don't start dreading the climbing until I approach the chalk pit. It's on the hairpin, I think, that you hit the hardest gradient, which is 25%. The author of the books actually describes it as his favourite climb and rates it 7 out of 10. I would rate it 10 out of 10 and say it's my least favourite climb in southern England. The last third is quite difficult. The light is starting to go. I was starting to work out where the nearest train station was. I couldn't think of the whole 270k. I just don't think I would have done it. Spent about 13 hours in the saddle, and I'm really tired, really tired. But the sense of achievement, you know, contributes to the second wind that I felt. You know, having enough to do that last climb and then just rolling home. knowing that it was over. These things, sometimes you only enjoy them after you've done it. Actually doing it isn't that enjoyable. Or maybe it is.